Cricket is Australia's national sport and we've got so much to celebrate. What a summer that we've had. And this trophy, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, proudly sits amongst the other great trophies that Australia have won in recent years in the men's game. And Emma Freedman, by gee, the women have been magnificent this summer as well.
Oh, Richo, we have been spoilt for choice by both our men and our women's summers, but this might take the cake. Of course, our women getting this on Saturday night after a magnificent victory in the first day-night test match at the MCG, which meant an Ashes whitewash.
Welcome to the Australian Cricket Awards. Tonight, we honour the greats of our sport. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you all to the Australian Cricket Awards. Emma Freedman, how magnificent has it been? Crown Palladium with some of the greats of our game.
A fantastic evening already. So many people catching up with each other after a fabulous summer. And hasn't it been a long but very enjoyable one at that? We just highlighted some of our favourite moments of the summer thus far, including the men's tests and also the women's Ashes whitewash, which is something to savour and behold.
Yeah, it's been record attendances, record viewers, so we've got so much to celebrate, and you've touched on it. We just went past the Border Gavaskar Trophy and also the Women's Ashes Trophy, who proudly sit amongst the other great trophies we have here in Australian cricket, which is, of course, our national sport. So tonight, of course, the two big awards that we're really keen to build up towards those. Look at our key contenders as we look towards the Belinda Clark Award later on tonight. Oh, what 24 hours Annabelle Sutherland's had, hey?
3 test centuries to her name now. Ashley Gardner getting her maiden ODI century not too long ago. Beth Mooney, her maiden test century only 2 days ago. The only woman to have scored centuries in all 3 forms of the game. Megan Shute played 28 ODIs and T20s, taking 35 international wickets. And Alana King, 23 wickets in the Women's Ashes series.
And guess what, Speedy? Things are about to get really good because the great cricketers are going to join us tonight for plenty of fun. And they're with last year's winner, Sammy Boy.
Thanks, Richo boy. Ash, great year for you. You took your ODI wickets at sub-20. You hit your first international 100. You took a catch to remember. You've been part of a 16-0 whitewash in the Ashes, and you guys are playing a drinking game around that, I can see, of orange juice. What has the year been like for you? Are you happy with it when you reflect on it?
Yeah, definitely. I think just the team success has probably been the pinnacle. A really good whitewash for the Ashes, just for one for the girls. But I think some walks along Bondi has been really nice as well. So, no, it's actually just been really enjoyable playing some really hard-fought cricket. But to come away with, I guess, ending our summer here at home with an Ashes that's sitting up there proudly, yeah, it's pretty special.
It wouldn't be the grade cricketer unless we focused on the negatives, though. So with the loss to South Africa in the T20 World Cup, you guys winning 12 on the straight after that, did it spur you on a little bit?
Definitely. Yeah, we were pretty disappointed after that T20 World Cup. There's no denying that. I think, yeah, we just didn't play good cricket over there, and I think there was a lot of time to reflect. We did a lot of talking, and it was just about putting all that talking into action, and I think the Ashes kind of showed what we were really capable of and the cricket that we should be playing. So, yeah, it was fantastic to go 16-0.
And it resulted in a whitewash. Over to you, here goes.
Yes, thank you very much, Pezzo. I'm here with 2 of Australia's favourite lifesavers, Beth Mooney and Megan Shute. Moons, I'll start with you. First Australian to score 100 in each of the 3 formats, name on the honours board as well. In a team of champions, that's got to be pretty special.
Yeah, well, obviously growing up in Hervey Bay with all the big waves over there, that's actually held me in good stead to be able to score runs for Australia. So pretty lucky to do that.
How did you feel when the crowd started to boo Talia McGrath when she left you stranded on 98 not out on day 2?
Oh, you'd have to ask T-Mac. I'm trying to keep up with her in the GPS data, so had to try and run that too. But yeah, it was pretty funny being out there and seeing someone get booed for sure.
I thought it was a bit much when you were booing yourself, but anyway, Shooter, what a year you've had. 3 for 3 against New Zealand in the World Cup. I don't know what happened at the end of that one, but also your best ever figures against India, 5 for 19, where you said afterwards, I didn't actually feel that good out there today. Are you getting better and more alpha?
Definitely more alpha. I'm unsure about the first one, but I've noticed Moon's had a really good intro there, and mine wasn't quite as nice, so next time maybe you can lead that in a little bit better.
Well, you grew up in Adelaide, so what was it like doing the Bondi to Coogee and where you learned how to catch?
I grew up in Christie's Beach, so I think it was a little bit different to the winters in England, but I guarantee you that there was some life-saving done there.
Okay. There's been 5 winners of the BC medal in the last 10 years. Are you going to make it 6 tonight?
I'm a bowler, mate, so it's probably not happening.
I like that kind of confidence. Pezza, over to you.
With Annabelle Sutherland, Annabelle 163 at the MCG, a historic knock. You are on the honours board. The right people loved it, some of the hard right didn't, and what's new. But I understand that you actually had to lobby Coach Shelley Nitschke in order to have that position at number 3. So do you have a message to children out there about how to make the coach give you what you want?
Yeah, I've been pitching to Shell for the last few years to get me up the order, so no, she finally listened.
Kingy, I mean, they're calling you the King of England, the Queen of the MCG, 23 wickets, player of the series, owner of some of the greatest deliveries in the history of cricket. How has it all sunk in for you, and can you give some insight into the celebrations post whitewash the other night?
Yeah, it hasn't really sunk into, to be honest, but I'm sure the girls will enjoy another whitewash. So, yeah, I think the celebrations were great yesterday, and long may it continue tonight.
I think that's the end of that joke. Back to you, Em and Richo.
Oh, beautiful work. Big round of applause for the grade cricketers who are with us throughout the night. And Em, without any of our male players who are obviously in Sri Lanka, the girls are all going to be coming under the attention of the grade cricketers throughout the night. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Who wins the Belinda Clark Award, of course, joins the absolute greats of the sport. Ash Gardner, who's won 2, Beth Mooney with 2, and then the reign of Perry, Lanning, and also Elisa Healy, the skipper.
It's a remarkable list, isn't it? And someone will add their name to that tonight. Whoever takes out this coveted award will join some of the greats of our game.
And of course, we have the Alan Border medal later on tonight as well. So let's have a look at some of the key contenders for the AB.
Yeah, starting with Pat Cummins there, of course, 25 wickets in the Border Gavaskar Trophy and 159 runs. Josh Hazlewood took 5 for 31 against New Zealand in March and then 4 for 29 against India. Travis Head, 2 centuries against India, including 140 at Adelaide Oval and 152 at the Gabba. Steve Smith, 2 centuries in the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Brisbane and also Melbourne. And then Mitch Starc, 18 wickets in the series, just been against India.
Oh, well, let's hear from Steve Smith, who's over in Sri Lanka, and recently he caught up with 7 News' Tom Wilson.
Yes, thanks very much. Steve Smith joins us tonight. Smithy, congratulations on your milestone. Have you reflected on it and all the messages you've received afterwards?
Not really. I think it's still sinking in. I think it's been obviously a really good week, topped off by a test match win. So, good fun, and one more test to go. Hopefully we can have another good week.
What impressed you most as captain from the performance?
I think our first innings batting was incredible. I think to score 650 and give ourselves plenty of options in the game was outstanding. Usman Khawaja, the way he went about it was incredible. Josh Inglis on debut, one of the great hundreds, I think. He looked like a veteran out there. So, that was outstanding. 650, and then the spinners went to work and did a tremendous job. So, really good week.
Big year for Australian cricket as well. What was your personal highlight?
I think winning the Border Gavaskar Trophy. That's one of the trophies that has eluded this team for a long time. A lot of the guys in the room had never won it before. So, it was a wonderful series to be a part of, and to get the trophy at the back end was outstanding.
And those back-to-back hundreds, on a personal note, must have been very fulfilling.
Yeah, it was nice to contribute. I felt like I've been batting quite well for a while without probably getting the runs that I would have liked. So yeah, to get a couple of good hundreds and help the team have success meant a lot.
It's the Allan Border medal tonight. Who's your tip?
I think Travis Head. I think he's had a really good year in all formats of the game. He's playing wonderful cricket, so I think he's the one that's going to get the big one tonight.
I think he might be a popular choice. Thanks for joining us and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you. Cheers.
We've got Mitch Marsh here now. Bison, it's been a very successful year for the men's team. There was a win in New Zealand, there was a series win in India, there was a T20 World Cup that happened while Australia was asleep, so did it really happen? How do you reflect on the year for the team?
Oh, look, it's been incredible, really. I think I was actually reflecting tonight and trying to remember everything that we played as a team, and there's a lot of cricket every year, but I think it was capped off by the Border Gavaskar Trophy and the way the boys played, especially with 10 players, without me. They did very well, so another great year for the team.
Have you felt the love from the Australian public this year, Bison? The nation loves you, Bison. Have you felt the love?
Yeah, prior to December, I felt a lot of love. Post-December, bit of a different story, but all jokes aside, over the last few years, I felt a lot of love from the Australian fans.
It must have been really nice to have a full summer facing Bumrah, then watching the boys go to Sri Lanka and score 1 million.
Yeah, look, if there was one wicket I needed, it was probably that goal wicket. Actually, my little nephew, Ted, he's 4 years old, and we played backyard cricket the other day, and he came in with Bumrah's action, and the nightmare continued.
You are obviously like a wonderful team man, Bison. People will be looking forward to, enjoying the stellar performances of some individuals from the team tonight. Is there any individual performance from the team this year that stood out to you that you enjoyed the most?
I think I really enjoyed Hedy's 100 at Adelaide Oval. He loves South Australia, but he loves playing at the Adelaide Oval, and just the way that he played, the way that he encapsulated the crowd, and obviously a lot of the members are out the back, and then when Hedy comes in, they all come into the stand, and you can feel the atmosphere change, and I think that's probably the way that Hedy plays. I do that. I come from the change room up to the viewing area and watch Hedy. He's probably my favourite cricketer, as you can probably tell. So that innings, long answer, but that was the innings,
It's great to talk to you, Mitch. Back to you, Eamon Richer.
Too good, Mitchell Marsh. He might just be my favourite Allan Border medalist. Last year. So good.
Pretty much unbeatable, I think. Good luck tonight to whoever wins it. And let's take a look at some of the previous Allan Border medalists and some of the best we've ever seen, including Mitch Marsh last year, Steve Smith back in 2023, and Mitchell Starc back in 2022. But you look at that list and it is literally the best of the best, Richard. Cannot wait to see who joins them this evening.
Yeah, very much looking forward to everything tonight. Settle back and enjoy as we celebrate the best of Australian cricket, and hopefully into the future even more of this unbelievable silverware. Congratulations. A great year to our Australian cricketers. Stick around. We're getting closer to find out who takes out the Belinda Clark Award and the Allan Border Medal. But up next, we crown our T20 Players of the Year.
The night is only getting started. Still to come, we'll recognise the men and women's T20 Player of the Year, WBBL and BBL Players of the Tournament, throw in some cricket blasters and the newly appointed Hall of Fame inductees. There's no wonder this is one of the most prestigious nights on the Australian cricketing calendar. All that and more at the 2025 Australian Cricket Awards.
Cam Green strikes with the ball again.
Oh, Cameron Green.
Growing up in Perth with the weather is obviously awesome for playing sport, and I think, you love your cricket season, but then by the end of the cricket season, you can't wait to put on the footy boots and play AFL. My parents got told when I was born that I had chronic kidney disease. Basically, there's no symptoms. I just got picked up through ultrasounds.
I was at my 19-week scan, and they picked up that he had a thick thickening of his bladder, and they said it was a urethral valve blockage, that the urine basically just backflows to the kidneys and that they wouldn't develop properly. So that was quite a shock.
Chronic kidney disease is basically a progressive disease of your kidney's health function. Unfortunately, mine doesn't filter the blood as well as other kidneys, so they're about 60% at the moment. I consider myself very lucky that I'm not as affected physically by chronic kidney disease as other people that have the same thing. Fortunately enough, I'm stage 2, but if you don't look after them enough, it easily goes back down because kidneys can't get better, it's irreversible. So yeah, any way that you can find to slow the progression, you basically try and do. Growing up, my parents looked after me beautifully by not really ever making me feel like a hospital was a horrible experience. I think it's really important to speak about what I've got today. If there's one person out there that potentially might get helped by me speaking out, it's definitely worthwhile.
Oh, welcome back. And it's great to see the work our cricketers are doing in the community. And now it's time to crown our Community Impact Award winner.
And as you can imagine, it goes to Cameron Green for his great work with Kidney Health Australia. Well done, Cam. Let's have a very quick chat. We just heard you describing what it's like growing up with this kidney disease. What about playing Test cricket? Does it have any impact? Because I imagine how bloody good you could be.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Growing up with it, I had no idea. I think that's the beauty of what my parents did. They didn't make it affect my life at all. And I think a lot of thanks is to go out to the renal doctors that made my hospital experiences really enjoyable. And to me, I thought that was really, really normal going to hospital. So, I had a really good upbringing in that sense.
Well, and then you have a choice to make when you're diagnosed, and then you go public with it. And then to become an ambassador, why have you decided to try to help others?
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to give back. Tears were in my eyes just kind of watching my mum talk about it. And I had a great experience growing up, but I know my parents would have found it very tough. So, kind of why I wanted to get involved was to give back to the kidney community, the renal doctors, to give back to people that have helped me and, kind of give me the most normal life that I could have.
I know you've got a message, mate, and you need to tell that message to everyone because we need to find out how we can donate. But quickly, while I've got you, how's the body? When do we see you play cricket again?
Yeah, the body's really good. Probably at the very end of the light at the end of the tunnel. I think, the very last Shield game is kind of marrying up really, really closely to my kind of stage where I'm at. So, that's exciting.
Fingers crossed, mate. The microphone's yours.
Firstly, I'd just like to thank Kidney Health Australia for letting me become an ambassador for a cause that's so close to my heart. Their main objectives, I think they'd like me to touch on today, basically promoting and encouraging all Australians to get their kidneys checked, and also have set a pretty bold target to end dialysis by 2050. A little stat for everybody that I knew they wanted me to share. 1.8 million Australians have kidney disease but don't know they have it. So, I'm kind of up here today to kind of tell you guys that, your kidneys, if there's anything wrong with them, they show no signs or symptoms to sometimes it's too late, which I'm probably a really good example of that. I think, I'm someone who has chronic kidney disease, but you probably couldn't tell, I'm sure. The damage kidneys can have is irreversible, and the best way to fight it is with early detection. I feel very fortunate that I'm in the position I am, obviously due to those renal doctors, and the best way I thought when I've got a profile and I can play cricket, it's only because of those doctors. So I'm kind of out here, I'm really passionate about it, I want to give back, I want to help those people that have helped me, and to help especially the parents that go through it as well. And lastly, I'd just like to thank all my teammates, staff, friends and family, but also the cricket fans that have reached out, whether they're affected by it or have someone who's affected by it. Just thank them for their support. Looking forward to working with Kidney Health Australia and seeing what we can achieve in 2025.
Well done. Cameron Green, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, wonderful stuff. Let's take a look now at the contenders for the Men's T20 Player of the Year, and they are Adam Zampa, Travis Head and Marcus Stoinis.
Okay, so Em, I believe I get the great duty here of announcing the winner, and I have an envelope. The Men's T20 International Player of the Year is Adam Zampa.
It is a big congratulations to Adam, who is over at the ILT 20 at the moment, but he's of course the first and only Australian male to have 100 T20 international wickets to his name. And during the voting period, he played 21 games, took 35 wickets, a wicket every 13 balls. So unreal stuff there by Adam Zampa, who is away at the moment.
Big round of applause for Adam Zampa.
Let's have a look at the contenders for the Women's T20 Player of the Year.
And the key players and key contenders, Ash Gardner with her unbelievable all-round game. Beth Mooney with over 600 runs in the period. And then the emerging all-round talent of Georgia Wareham, especially with bat. What about a big round of applause for our three contenders? And Em, I get the great honour of announcing that the Women's T20 International Player of the Year is Beth Mooney.
A big congratulations to Beth. 17 T20 internationals for the period. She made 618 runs, her highest score, 94 not out, at Adelaide Oval against England. Congratulations, Beth, an absolute standout in the short form of the game for Australia. You've now made over 3,000 runs in T20s for Australia, and congratulations on this wonderful award this evening.
Thanks very much. Bit of a surprise, but happy to be here.
Tell us about the season and the year that's been for you, the highlight that sticks in your mind.
I mean, the T20s this year were probably a little bit disappointing for us, obviously, with that T20 World Cup and a little bit of soul searching, not only personally but as a group. But I think obviously the Ashes whitewash was pretty excellent, and that T20 series was amazing from the group to be able to post some incredible scores and defend well with the ball. I thought our bowlers were excellent all throughout the year, so wouldn't have been too upset if a bowler got the award tonight.
On top of that, earlier this evening we did talk about the WBBL Team of the Decade. It's a competition that we love oh so much here at Seven, but right across the country as well. That must have given you a great thrill.
Yeah, I mean, the WBBL's been the, I guess, the forefront of global cricket in the women's game for a number of years. And to be able to be a part of that for 10 years especially has been something I've taken great pride in, obviously playing for the Brisbane Heat and the Perth Scorchers. So just lucky to get the opportunity, and I guess the timing right in terms of the start of my career, but pretty lucky to be part of the Australian cricket furniture, I guess, and do everything I can to make sure young girls and boys pick up a bat and a ball.
Oh, we're so lucky to get to watch you each and every summer, particularly here at home. You might have a few thank yous to make.
Yeah, I think obviously these awards don't come around too often, so thanks to everyone that voted for me. As I alluded to, it's been a pretty tough year in the T20 side for the girls, obviously with that disappointment in the T20 World Cup, so probably doesn't quite sit as well as it would if we had have won that. I've had great support with Gray Nichols, Nike, my management back home, and obviously the coaching staff who've been with me through thick and thin. So just really lucky to be up here and pulling on the green and gold, and I hope everyone enjoys their night tonight, and good luck to all the award winners.
A big congratulations to Beth Mooney, our Women's T20 Player of the Year, a very worthy recipient of tonight's award.
618 runs at 47 and a strike rate of 129, and couldn't make the ICC Team of the Year. Hard to believe, isn't it? Warm welcome to our ICC viewers who are tuning in. Now let's get down to the grade cricketers, who are some of our youngest fans, our Woolworths Cricket Blasters. And you guys have got last year's winner. He's a beauty, Taj Bauer.
Thanks, Richo. I'm here with last year's winner, Taj. Taj, what have you been up to since the last saw you? I think you've got about 3 feet taller.
Yeah, I've got to do so many fun things over the past year. I got to go to the Australia versus West Indies ODI game, and I got to do a lot of things at the WACA, and yeah, it's been amazing.
Are you still working on your bowling?
Yeah, I've made some improvements since then, but
I've got worse, if that helps you at all. Who's your favourite player?
obviously Mitch Marsh, but I have got a few new favourites.
Yeah. Well, he's out now, isn't he? Marsh out. Who's in?
Marley Beardman and Lance Morris.
West Australian boys, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've got Frankie here. Frankie is the Woolworths Cricket Blaster of the Year. Round of applause for Frankie. Now, you've got a lot of friends and family, and everyone watching across Australia tonight is very proud of you, Frankie. Now, just a simple one to start. What is your favourite thing about cricket?
My favourite thing about cricket is probably playing with my friends, having time with my family, but most important is having fun.
So good. Years of wisdom there that I never attained. Now, Frankie, a lot of people will know you from Hurricanes games. You're a famous Hurricanes fan. You're from South Launceston, represent. Who is your favourite player?
Well, after going to the Big Bash final, I have to say Mitchell Owen. What a performance.
Now, understand, you love playing cricket with your family, Frankie. You've got your dad out many times. He's in your back pocket. But your dream is to get your older brother, Luca, out. Do you have a message for Luca tonight?
Watch out.
Taj.
Awesome. Back to you, Richo and M.
Far too good.
Oh, awesome.
Beautifully
stuff,
done.
Frankie.
Oh, what young stars they are. They're going to be taking over from us very, very quickly. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we crown our Big Bash Player of the Tournament and what was an unbelievably nail-biting BBL 14.
And that'll be it. That'll be it. And look at them go. On they come to the ground. Ben McDermott's already halfway off. Matthew Wade stayed in the middle. 14 long years. The 14th BBL. And the Hobart Hurricanes at home at Ninja Stadium finally get a chance to hold that trophy aloft. What a win. What a win.
Anticipation build-up has been extreme and we're finally here. Here we go.
Oh, goodbye. Oh, that has hit the top of the Bill O'Reilly stand.
Boulder! What a wicket! What a debut! That is all hard right there from Kiva Bray.
That has gone really high. Will it hit the roof? It does! He has hit the roof.
What a moment. Kiva Bray. She's going for it. She hits a boundary at 15 years of age.
Oh, wow.
Second tier. It's 122 metres down the ground. Big, long, impressive, the perfect way to bring up an epic ton.
He's got to be on that. It's terrific fielding. Got him! Outstanding work. Oh, look at that. It's an audacious swing of the bat and it's gone miles. Prize of catch. Oh, has he not? If he's taken that, it's an absolute blinder.
David Warner takes the screamer and loves it.
Oh, that is an incredible cotton bowl. Molly Strato, are you kidding me?
He's given the treatment. Maxwell says, what about me? The man's a genius. That'll be four. No, it won't. That will be miraculous. Mackenzie Harvey shown his brilliance. From wooden spooners to tournament champions. History created by the Melbourne Renegades.
Mitch Owen, absolutely brilliant. And another one, a mighty blow. There we go. There's 6 big ones up into the hill. Is that a century of a lifetime?
What 100. That'll be it. And look at them go. And the
Unbelievable stuff. Welcome back. The WBBL season was full of twists and turns with the Melbourne Renegades pulling off a fairy tale final win. And let's take a look back at the key contenders for the WBBL Player of the Tournament.
Oh, what a list this is. So, the great one, Elise Perry, Jess Jonathan, Samantha Bates, the captain of the winning team in Soph Molyneux, and Georgia Vole. And it's over to you, Em. I think you get the great honour of announcing.
The WBBL Player of the Tournament is... There's actually two. Elise Perry and Jess Jonathan.
A huge congratulations to Elise Perry. Jess Jonathan can't be here due to her WNCL commitments, so Elise Perry will be joining us up solo, and not that she'll enjoy that, but a wonderful season from Elise Perry. 424 runs, including 4 half centuries. And of course, leading from the front. And wasn't it great to see JJ back at her absolute best for the Brisbane Heat, not only with ball in hand, but also batting really well. So a big round of applause for both of our WBBL Players of the Tournament. Elise, congratulations. I know JJ's not here, so you're going to have to do the chatting. I know how much of a team player you are, so I'm sure you're going to deflect towards your team, but how do you reflect on the season for the Sixers?
Yeah, probably an up and down one for us. I think Kiva's highlight, for example, there was just wonderful, and to see so many young players coming through that tournament and, not just participating but setting it alight and really keeping everyone on their toes and so excited about the future of the sport was absolutely wonderful. So, we had a bit of a tough ride with results games-wise, but as a whole, just another really fun season and such a privilege to be a part of it.
She's 15 years of age. Does she keep you young or make you feel old? Which one?
Probably makes you feel old, considering we unearthed an inbox in my DMs from her when she was 12 years old, which was only 3 years ago.
Right.
So when you put it in perspective like that, she was telling me about her performances in the under-12s cricket team and that she scored 70 and took 5 for in the final. Goes to show why she was in our team at 15. But it sort of makes you feel old, but at the same time, just so excited and it's awesome to see kids like that coming through and having so many opportunities and just playing so well.
While I've got you, how's your body, mate? We were disappointed that the test at the MCG didn't pan out for you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks. It was just one of those things, but nothing too major, probably just made it a bit hard. Across the 3 days to be involved, but it was just an amazing spectacle, and to see how it panned out for us was just wonderful, and so nice to take all that in.
Yeah, well, you were just watching and thinking, oh my God, MCG, we think when there was 80,000 at a World Cup final, and then we saw biggest attendance ever at a women's test. So good.
So good. And I think that whole series, every game we played, every ground we turned up to, it was just amazing to see the people that came out to watch. But it does really just feel like a platform now that we're going to launch off, which, for all of us involved, it's really exciting, but it was also amazing to just savour, the last month or so as well.
Anyone you'd like to thank? Another trophy to that cabinet of yours?
Well, firstly, to JJ, who's not here tonight, a huge congratulations to her. Her team had a wonderful season, just falling short. I wanted to say a big thank you to Alistair Dobson and Margot Hurley at the Big Bash. I know how much time and energy and effort they put into that competition to make sure it's a great spectacle for fans of cricket to watch, but also for us to play in. And it truly is, in my opinion anyway, the most fun competition to play in across the calendar year. So we're really appreciative to that, and also to Charlotte Edwards, Leah Poulton, and everyone else at the Sixers. Thanks very much for the opportunity to be involved with such a great team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Elise Perry. Yet another trophy in that incredible trophy cabinet she has, and we're so lucky to be living in a lifetime to watch her in action. She is a star. So now we make our way back with great trepidation, to the grade cricketers. They were a very happy hurricane, though.
We are. We have the skipper of the champion Hurricanes team, Nathan Ellis. Nathan, can you give us a sense of the vibe down in Hobart and the state of Tasmania? I mean, it looked like a hell of a vibe after you guys took out your maiden title.
Yeah, I mean, Monday night on the Hobart isn't something you usually put on the bucket list, but the other night was unbelievable. I've been fortunate enough to play in front of some amazing crowds, and that's up there with one of the best. You heard Mitchell Owen being chanted from both ends of the grandstand, and to bring the first title home in front of a home crowd, it was pretty surreal and pretty special.
Let's talk about Mitchell Owen, because that was so much fun. I think it was 9, 10, 11 sixes, 100 and about 8. Who went the hardest?
Well, we called it Wade Manor for the evening, so he had his family couldn't hear us. They were in the left wing, we were down in the bottom of the right wing, so we were down on the water there. We watched the sun come up, we had a bonfire going, some tunes going. Timmy David actually found himself in the Derwent, which was pretty good viewing as the sun was coming up, seeing the big hairy back of Timmy David. So doesn't get much better. Great way to celebrate, and I definitely won't be forgetting that.
Nathan, I wonder if you get enough attention for yourself as a player. It's your second year captaining the Hurricanes. You're the first bowler captain to win the BBL. You've taken 3 in the final, top 10 wicket taker for the year. Your number...
Dog past his house every second week and make sure he remembers my face. So, it's a good win for Hobart and for the past players. He was there on the night, so I'm sure it was exciting for him.
Start taking him seriously, Bales. Back to you, Em and Richo.
Love your work. Big round of applause, Nathan Ellis. Congratulations. What a tournament. And the Hobart Hurricanes win. So, time to crown the Big Bash player of the tournament.
And the contenders are Cooper Connolly from the Perth Scorchers, Glenn Maxwell from the Melbourne Stars, Tim David, not in the Derwent River, for the Hobart Hurricanes, Will Sutherland for the Melbourne Renegades, and Tom Rogers from the Renegades.
And Em, I've got the envelope. So the BBL player of the tournament also too. Congratulations to Cooper Connolly and Glenn Maxwell.
So Cooper is unable to be here tonight. He's over in Sri Lanka with the Test squad. But some great performances from him this year. 351 runs for the tournament, best scores of 64 against the Stars in the first game of the season, and a week later he backed it up with 66 against the Renegades. 7 of his 10 games he made over 30. But Glenn Maxwell, an unbelievable player of the tournament for us. He made 325 runs in career best form. Congratulations, Maxie, on another great award tonight. It was the year of the comeback for the Stars, but we got to see you in the peak of your powers as well. Talk us through the season.
It didn't start great. 0-5 and looking down the barrel there, but credit to Stoyne and Peter Moores. They did a great job of keeping our whole squad together on our side and keeping that vision in check. And we turned it around in great style, and unfortunately fell short against the Thunder in NG Stadium.
You look like you were having a lot of fun out there. Was it the most fun tournament that you've had in the Big Bash? In the second half of the season?
Yeah, it was great fun. I think to be able to, I suppose, move the reins over to Stoyne as captain and see him grow as a leader as well, I think that was really rewarding to probably know the pressures that I've been through in that role, and to be able to watch him grow through that and become a better captain, better leader, better player throughout that, and be able to help him through certain challenges was really enjoyable, and to take a step back and just be able to enjoy the game, I loved.
Talk us through that catch at the Gabba. We saw it in a highlights package a little bit earlier. We had to see believe what we were seeing out there that night.
Yeah, it's something I practice a fair bit. As I said, I think on the commentary, I would have been pretty dirty on myself if I had dropped it. It's something that I work on extremely hard. It's one of my key points, I think, when I'm coaching as well with players, is if you get really good at fielding, if you practice the really hard things, the easy things in the game the hard things in the game become really easy. And I've made no secret about that's my third string to my bow, and if there's ever a chance that there's an all-rounder spot up for grabs, I'm hoping my fielding gets me over the line, and it was one of the things that helped me, I suppose, in junior cricket, and I've carried that on into, I suppose, my elder age.
You might have a few people to thank for the season and all your teammates that contributed to a great back end of the season for the Melbourne Stars.
Yeah, firstly, after I forgot her last time I was up here for an award, thank my wife. She's been an absolute rock over the last few years, and the time I've had to spend away while we've got our little one at home, she gives me an amazing support, so thank you so much. And to my teammates that have done an amazing job of dealing with the ups and downs of my career over the journey has been enjoyable. They've been amazing people to rest back on. I've made no secret of my struggles with mental health over the years, and to have their consistent, constant support over the journey as friends, treated like family, has been so special. So I'd like to thank all of them, and to Stoyne and Peter Moores for making the Stars change room such an enjoyable place to be this year. I'd like to thank them as well. So enjoy your night.
Glenn Maxwell there, our BBL player of the tournament.
What a player he is, and well done to Cooper Connolly as well. What a wonderful season for Cooper Connolly. He's of course over in Sri Lanka. So stick around. Next up, we pay tribute to some of the game's greats when we induct the next group of players into Cricket Australia Hall of Fame.
Oh, he comes down. What a start. This time over the slips. This is extraordinary.
He's given the treatment. Maxwell says, what about me? The man's a genius.
Well, here's a chance. And Ash Gardner.
Oh, she got it.
What a catch!
Nathan Lyon on the hunt for a match-winning wicket.
From wooden spooners to tournament champions, history created by the Melbourne Renegades.
Mitch Owen, absolutely brilliant. There we go, up into the hill. Is that a century of a lifetime?
100. That'll be it, and look at them go. And the Hobart Hurricanes finally get a chance to hold that trophy aloft.
Is this the moment for Australia? Mission complete. Down the wicket, in the air, and that'll do it. Bo Webster hits the winning runs. Australia win the deciding test.
Puts a smile on your face. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to induct our next greats into the Cricket Australia Hall of Fame.
And what a list of players we have. Michael Clarke, Michael Bevan and Christina Matthews. Congratulations to all three new inductees.
So we start with the man affectionately known as Pup. Michael Clarke can't be with us tonight, but what an incredible career he had. 8,643 runs for Australia, including 151 on debut in India in 2004. The only Test player with 4 double centuries in a calendar year. Captained Australia in 139 matches after taking over from Ricky Ponting. A batsman of class, a player who took the game on, and a very worthy inductee into Australian Cricket's Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Clarke.
Then we have the finisher, Michael Bevan, widely regarded as one of the greatest white ball players of all time. He was ranked the #1 ODI batter in the world for 1,259 consecutive days between 1999 and 2002. He was a member of Australia's 1999 and 2003 World Cup winning teams. And who could forget his last ball boundary on New Year's Day back in 1996. He averaged 86 in winning run chases, had a one-day average of 53.6 and is one of 7 players to have scored 10,000 runs in Sheffield Shield cricket. welcome to the stage and to the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame, Michael Bevan. Congratulations, Michael. What an elite club you have joined, full of greats. Tell us about how you feel about receiving this wonderful honour.
Well, it's an amazing honour. I've been out of the game for such a long time, and there was such a strong focus on the longer version of the game when I played, and I guess I was a bit of a front runner and in terms of being a specialist in the one-day game. So to receive this honour, to be part of such a specialist number of players, and to be rewarded and recognised for my role and my contribution to both the one-day game and Australian cricket is an amazing feeling, and I'm very proud to be up here.
A favourite moment of being part of such a history-making side back in the late 90s and early 2000s?
Yeah, apart from all the times where I won the matches.
Yeah. Or take us through some of those.
Look, I think my favourite moment really I was fortunate to play 3 World Cup finals, 1, 2, but probably the standout for me, I think, was the 1999 World Cup. We had to win 7 matches in a row to win the World Cup final. At that point in time, we'd only won 3 matches in a row in the team that I played with, and so to play under immense pressure in every single match and just to watch the individual performances during the course of that World Cup was an amazing experience, really, and a favourite for me.
You mentioned the word pressure. You must love pressure, because what was it about those run chases that you loved so much, or that you thrived on so much? Was it the pressure, or was it the feeling that you would be the match-winning man?
Well, it went in waves for me. When I started my innings, I really had no pressure because we were usually 5 for nothing and we were probably going to lose the match anyway. And then I found as we got closer to winning the match and we had a chance of losing something, that's when I sort of got nervous. And then the last couple of overs of the match, I was sort of back on and focused on what I was doing and, you know, how I was going to help try to get Australia over the line, yeah.
I'm sure you've got some people you would like to thank, because this is one of the sport's greatest honours and you can't get here by yourself.
Yeah, look, of course. First of all, thanks to the committee for the reward and recognising my role and contribution in one-day cricket and cricket in general, and of course changing the criteria. Thank you. I think my teammates, so many special memories and cherished moments. As I mentioned, 3 World Cups, 3 World Cup finals, winning 2. Great players, great guys and great leaders, and it was an honour to play in a team that helped forge a period for the dominance of Australia in one-day cricket. And lastly, look, I wouldn't be up here without the love, support and encouragement of my family. So big thanks to my daughters, Amelia, who's here tonight to share the experience, and Olivia. And also I'd like to, well, I will be eternally grateful for the support and encouragement that my mum and stepdad gave me in my formative years to allow me to chase my dreams. So tonight, this is as much for them as it is for me. And again, I'm very proud to be nominated and inducted, and it's a great moment. So thank you very much.
Congratulations to Michael Bevan.
So congratulations to Michael Bevan. What a player. He looks fit enough to still play, doesn't he? Now let's reflect on the incredible career of Christina Matthews. 20 test matches, the most women's tests for Australia. the most dismissals in women's tests as a keeper with 58, 47 ODIs, 67 internationals in total, and then she decided to keep giving to the game as the CEO of the WA Cricket Association from 2011 to 2024. A true trailblazer. Welcome to the Hall of Fame to Christina Matthews. Come in close.
Okay.
Oh,
not that close.
No, that's fine. Wow. How do you reflect on being a Cricket Australia Hall of Famer?
I was really happy for it until the photos came up. The first one of the three of us, of me, was a shocker. Right. It was about 10 years ago. And then I looked like I've just drunk a glass of milk. Oh, right. But anyhow, it's fantastic. It's a real honour, and I could never imagine that I'd be standing up here and part of such an illustrious group of former players.
Why cricket for you? Why did it start with cricket?
Well, I grew up in a family that loved to watch all sport. I grew up in Melbourne, so it was footy and cricket, the great Fitzroy Lions when I was a kid, and we played games in the street. You know, in those days, you just put the rubbish bin out and then someone would call when a car was coming and you'd move it off and start again. And then my mother... we moved to Glen Waverley when I was about 12, and she saw a women's team playing in the area and asked me if I'd like to go down. And it was the most magnificent experience. I just love being part of teams. I've loved every team I've played in.
What are your favourite memories of, as I outlined all your credentials, you know, what are you proudest of and what do you remember the most?
I think what I'm really proud of is I was really focused on ensuring I helped develop good team culture and that everybody in the team was included in what we did. Just being involved in other people's success. I was lucky to play with a lot of great players, and to be in the same team as those players and see them succeed was just an honour to be part of.
Who was the best you played with?
There's so many, but if I was going to pick a batter and a bowler that I played with, Belinda Clark is a standout bat, and Catherine Fitzpatrick would be the standout bowler. And Catherine, because she had to completely remodel how she bowled to be the player she became, and Belinda was just a genius on the field. I wouldn't be surprised if she padded up today, she could still participate.
Yeah. She certainly looks fit enough, definitely still to play. And you continued to contribute to cricket. You look like you loved being an administrator.
Yeah, I joined my first club committee when I was 14, and I volunteered all through my playing career and even now in different things I'm involved in. And I clearly was an organisational nerd because I love things to be better, so I'd get involved in helping them to be better. And one of the things, you know, my time at WA Cricket, people talked about is how I moved the women's game on, but diversity inclusion. So our disability team's our Aboriginal team, and it's because as a woman growing up, you were allowed to be part of the game, but you weren't included in the game. And so I have a real empathy for those groups and bringing them into the game. And it's incredibly exciting to see those people recognised tonight from all our different forms of cricket. And, you know, the players in WA, male and female, have been so good. You know, Mitch, Aaron, Cameron have been so good at embracing those new participants to the game, if you like, and ensuring that they knew they were loved at WA Cricket.
Just quickly, what do you think of this modern crew? You must be so proud of this modern team. You know, they're standing on the shoulders of the giants. You'd be proud of what they're producing.
Yeah, I'm really proud because they leave no stone unturned, and they do things on their own to make themselves better. They've had some great leaders over the last few years with Meg, now Elisa, and T-Mac, we're mates. Yeah. T-Mac filling in for Lisa and things like that. And Shelley Nitschke has just done a remarkable job over the last couple of years. She did a year coaching the Perth Scorchers, which we like to say gave her a leg up to being Australian coach. And she's done an amazing job. And it's lovely to have people like Shelley involved because they bring a bit of the past into their coaching as well, and they have their connection. But you know, you only have to talk to people like Midge and Pez and whatever, who I kind of was part of coaching them when they were younger, who still kind of bring that message through the team, which it was great. You know, watching someone like Phoebe Litchfield, she just never stops smiling. Yeah. And that's what you want to see in people playing, that they're really loving what they're doing. Unlike Captain Cranky Clark over there.
Don't say whitewash, you'll keep smiling over there, Phoebe.
16-0 whitewash.
Thank you, that's right. An opportunity for you for some thank yous, Christina, on an unbelievable career.
Yeah, I mean, it has been amazing, and I think I need to start with, I was lucky to grow up in a family, a mother and father who encouraged me to do different things. My mother was terrified I'd play AFL football, but luckily there was no teams then, so cricket became the thing she was happy for me to do. My father got involved in the club and helped coach me because we didn't have coaches, but he was a Scottish man, was a soccer goalkeeper, so he taught me drills in that essence. We didn't have individual coaches, but I'm very lucky that I played at a club that had a coach called Lynn Denham, who was way ahead of her time and really prepared us as club players well. And then Peter Backer and John Harmer in state and Australian teams. But there was a guy called, isn't it terrible? I've forgotten his name. There's a really important guy.
A pad here or something?
Kept for Tasmania. Okay. Mark, who taught me how to be a really good wicketkeeper and what it meant. And when I moved to Sydney, he and I trained every day together, and he taught me the art of wicket-keeping after years of reading Rod Marsh's books and so forth. So I thank those people, and I just want to thank everybody I played with and against. It's such an important community, being part of sport and being part of cricket, which takes a long time to play. So you really get to know people well. And I think that's really the secret sauce of how we all stay together. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christina Matthews appropriately makes her way into Cricket Australia's Hall of Fame. Well, let's take a deep breath and check in with the great cricketer boys who are on the floor, and they've got a couple of winners from earlier on in the evening.
That's right. Thanks, Rich. I'm here with Ash Gardner. Ash, the trophy cabinet is just unbelievable that you've got already, but where does 16-0 and an investigation into English sport rank?
No comment, because there's already too many headlines about this, so that's it.
Well, from a fan, it feels amazing, I've got to tell you. Alana King equalled your record in this Ashes series of 23 wickets. Were you excited for her to get the last wicket to make it 23?
Of course. I love Kingy, but I think just watching her bowl this whole Ashes series, she's obviously such an aggressive leg spinner. She puts a lot of mayo on pretty much any ball that just misses the off stump. It's always, oh my goodness, every time that the ball just whizzes past, but we love Kingy for that. We love the aggressive nature that she bowls with, and yeah, she tries to smack a few bombs as well.
Now, in the celebrations afterwards in the sheds, who was sort of holding on to the trophy for a little bit too long, taking photos?
Probably El Capitano. She actually slept with it, which is a bit weird, but she did wake up to it next to her in bed, so she does have photos, so she can show if she wants.
Well, Mitch is in Sri Lanka, to be fair, so that's fair enough. Now, you obviously grew up in the beaches of Bankstown. Is that where you learned to catch?
Yeah, beautiful beaches of Bankstown, Georges River. Yeah, perfect place to start your cricket career.
All right, Pezza, over to you.
Thanks, Higgos. I've got Georgia Vole here with me. Georgia, a breakout year for you. You dominated the WBBL. You've made your international debut. You're now sitting at a table with legends drinking champagne and orange juice. How do you reflect on the year that's been?
Yeah, it's been a special 12 months. Obviously, haven't probably let it sunk in quite yet, but yeah, it's been sort of great to cap it off with an Ashes series win. But yeah, it's something that I'll reflect on in a couple of weeks, I think.
Cricket still is a dog-eat-dog game, though. So how do you make your place in the team a little bit more permanent and oust some of these legends so that you can make the place your own?
I don't really want to eat the other dog, but look, I'm just happy to be a part of it. If I need to run drinks and put a few hydrolytes in the water bottles, I'm happy to do that too. So I'm just very grateful to be a part of it. It's a very exciting group, so yeah.
Congratulations, enjoy the night. Back to you, Em and Richo.
Oh, thank you very much, boys. Well, stick around. Coming up after the break, we find out who has etched themselves into the history books when we crown the next Allan Border medalist.
To the summer of Test cricket.
Australia and India, it has become the heavyweight championship of our game. There it is, another wicket.
What an incredible day. 17 wickets falling.
Bumrah has 5.
Jaiswal, 150. And he is the new star of the Indian batting lineup.
Virat Kohli, what a century this has been.
1-0 India. They have done a demolition job.
First ball of the pink ball test. 5 for Mitchell Starc.
Travis Head, that's how he plays. Take a bow.
And it is 5 wickets for Pat Cummins.
Australia emerges from the wreckage of Perth with an inspired performance in Adelaide.
Absolute torrential rain here in Brisbane.
Once again, Travis Head is the man that stands up. Smith scores a 33rd Test century. Bumrah, the brave, has taken 6. Magnificent catch.
Play has been abandoned. The match has been drawn.
What about this young man? Back-to-back Test match centuries.
What a moment for that young man there.
The champion's done it again. 5 in the innings. The wickets keep falling.
And Australia go 2-1 up in the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
The Border Gavaskar Trophy to be decided.
This series is absolutely captivated all of us, all of you. Boland has 6.
And that'll do it. Australia win the deciding test. They regain the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
Oh, what a summer it was. And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. And now the moment has arrived, the magnificent occasion that this is, where we crown the Allan Border Medal. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure, a legend of Australian sport, please welcome Allan Border to the stage. Great to see you, AB. We heard you commentating a bit throughout the summer. What a summer and what a performance by this Australian team.
Yeah, phenomenal summer for the men and the women. Both sides did us proud. And to do a bit of commentary, I really enjoyed that. Hadn't been in behind the mic much the last couple of years, so it was good to have that small involvement in what was a great series of cricket.
We always love listening to you. Let's have a look, AB, at the key contenders for the 2024 Allan Border Medal.
But if you close your eyes,
and here it is. Travis Head, take a bow. The brand new arrival has made this even sweeter for one of Australia's most exciting cricketers.
Last ball before tea. And it's a wicket-taking delivery. And Hazelwood, well, what a fine day he's having.
Searing delivery from Hazelwood. And it was too much for Virat Kohli. He's gone. Cummins has got the dangerous punt. Got him. Cummins makes the break. This is brilliant bowling by the Australians. That'll do it. Back-to-back Test match centuries for this superstar of the game. He brings it up with a magnificent cover drive. What a player. What a player.
Out! First ball of the pink ball test. Mitchell Starc is doing typical Starc damage. Bowled him! Fifer for Mitchell Starc, who has been on a mission of destruction. But if you close your eyes...
Well, what a lineup it is. So, Captain Courageous, Pat Cummins, the Test Player of the Year in Josh Hazlewood. Whether it be Test cricket or with the white ball, Travis Head has been superb. Hasn't it been great to see Steve Smith back in his very best form? And how good is Mitchell Starc? How many times does he get that first wicket? So important in Test cricket for Australia. So they are the key contenders, AB, and you've got the honour of announcing the winner.
Well, the Allan Border medalist for season 24-25 is Travis Head.
Very, very worthy winner. What a season for Travis Head. Of course, our Australian team is in Sri Lanka at the moment. So a couple of hours ago, the coach of the Australian team broke the news to Trav. Check it out.
On behalf of Allan Border, I'd like to present you with the 2025 Allan Border medal. Well done on another amazing year. Your consistency across all formats and all conditions is second to none, so thoroughly deserved. Thanks, mate. Cheers. There you go. Cheers.
Where's the microphone?
Cheers.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't worry, we'll hear from him in a moment. Gee, you would love to have been in it. You would have loved to have captained a team with Travis Head in it, wouldn't you?
Oh, I just love the way he goes about it. His method is attack, and he's just been so good at changing the game. Generally, when he goes in, particularly this season, we were under a bit of pressure.
Yeah.
The openers against that new ball, Bumrah, was quite extraordinary what he produced this year. And for Travis to go in and just take the game on the way he did, it's just great to watch, and it must be just fantastic to play with him.
He was, and that record that we just showed there was outstanding. He thoroughly deserves to be the Allan Border medalist. Let's hear from him. He caught up a moment ago with Tom Wilson from 7 News.
Allan Border medalist for Travis Head. How does that sit with you, mate?
Yeah, pretty hard to believe. So it's been a good year. So very pleased with how the team's gone. Very pleased I'll be able to fit in somewhat and do a role. And lucky that I play a few formats as well. So it's been an enjoyable year.
Some great names that have also won that medal. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, again, like you don't play to get these awards. It's nice to do an interview away from being on stage. It's been nice to come close and not win it a few times because this is not my forte. So I'd rather just play and play well. And it's a nice accomplishment, and I'll enjoy it tonight.
Do you reflect on a moment in your career where there was a turning point because you always had the talent, you're always performing, but now you're dominating world cricket across all three formats? Can you reflect on anything?
I got left out of the team for a period of time. In every format at some sort of stage, so everyone goes through moments where they miss out or don't get picked or have moments where they're at home and sort of think about the what ifs, and I sort of not sure how I navigated through my first sort of 15, 20 tests, and sort of when I came back I wanted to make a positive approach around how I wanted to go about things, and that was sort of hitting the button and letting it all go, and I said that's sort of flowing into all formats. So nice to be able to contribute.
Great year for Australian cricket. What was your highlight?
Jesus, so many. I think it's hard not to go by the summer that we've just had against India. They've played exceptionally well the last couple of times against us. So to be able to get through that, play well, be able to contribute and to win that series, that will go down as one of the better ones, yeah.
We celebrate like Mitch Marsh did last year?
Depends how many I can drag into the bar tonight, but I have got my family here, which is good, so we'll see how that transpires, but I'm sure if everyone gives us a day off the next day, we might have a look.
And I'm sure there's a few people that you'd like to thank.
I'll keep it quick because you're probably sick of looking at a screen, but obviously my family, my teammates, I love what I do with this bunch of boys, and it's been a hell of a 12 months, and I look forward to playing well, but maybe not doing this all the time, so I don't have to talk on stage or do interviews. So I have loved every minute of it. Have a good night. I'm sure everyone will, and I look forward to celebrating when I get home. Cheers.
Well done. AB, you said you liked the way he played. I don't know how well you know him, but he looks like he'd be a bit of fun, bit of a throwback to your era, I think.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a bit of David Boone about him, isn't there? Lead the charge after the... you've got to enjoy the fruits of your labour, I think. And I think Travis is that sort of bloke that he'll have a few quiet ones, like the Bison did last year. And, he thoroughly deserved it. I mean, it's been a phenomenal year, more to come.
And a man, you must be also proud, a man who played around with a moustache when you were playing. You'd be very proud to see the strong moustache game still back.
Oh, well, you weren't allowed to be in the team if you didn't grow a moustache, so it was just a must-have. Dennis Lilly had one, so I had to get one. So good to see Travis continuing on that tradition.
It's good enough, mate. So good to see you and so good to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Border.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Travis Head. Stick around. Up next, the Belinda Clark Award.
So it is set. The scene could not be brighter for the start of the Women's Ashes.
This is the absolute best versus the best. The top team versus the second team.
And the Ashes is underway.
Beautiful striking from Ash Gardner.
Beautifully bowled! And England is in a bit of a hole right now.
Ashes cricket at its absolute best. Here we go. Gone! The Aussies snatch victory.
And there it is. She brings up her first 100. And it will mean the world to her.
And Ash Gardner. What a catch!
Look at that from Litchfield. Reverses it for 6. Off the edge, taken, there's the first wicket. Annabelle Sutherland, the first woman to score a test match century at this fabled venue. And Mooney gets there, one of the greats. She is spinning Australia to an Ashes whitewash. The moment arrives for Australia and Alana King. Viper, Australia comprehensive, 16-0.
One of the most dominant performances we've ever seen on Australian shores. A clean sweep of the Women's Ashes and some of the key highlights of the last month. Please welcome to the stage now, Belinda Clark. It is great to be with you, and it is great to be tasked with the honour of giving out an award each year to the greatest and most consistent women's player named in your honour. How does that sit with you each and every year?
I call it my life sentence. It's just a wonderful opportunity to be here every year and just see the quality of cricket that you watch every year and just see who emerges as the best player in the team.
And how do you reflect on what we have just experienced over the last 6 weeks? It has truly been stuff that we will remember for years and years to come.
Yeah, terrific series, and when you bundle the whole year together, just the amount of cricket that they've played, the way they've played it, and the way they've, they've just tackled everything that's in front of them. Whether it's a crowd, whether it's a big ground, it doesn't matter. They just take it on, and I love watching them play.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the key contenders for the Belinda Clark Award.
What an innings by Annabelle Sutherland. She truly does have a love affair with the whacker. Her second one-day 100.
Not much he hasn't achieved in the game, Ash Gardner, being a powerhouse. And there he is, in her 178th international for her country. She brings up her first 100, and it will mean the world to her. Mooney on fire. She comes down the pitch
as she lifts it behind square. She is only dealing, it seems, in boundaries at the moment.
And the legend of Beth Mooney continues to grow. Oh, and a jagged back as it so often does from Megan Shute.
Here we go, gone! Megan Shute knocks her over.
And the champion gets another vital wicket.
Bowled! Alana King, first ball. There it is. King gets another breakthrough.
Oh, Nick gone! Beautifully bowled.
Oh, just brilliant. All of our key contenders for the Belinda Clark Award for the season just been Annabelle Sutherland, Ashley Gardner, Beth Mooney, Alana King and Megan Shute. And now, Belinda, it is your honour to tell us who this year's winner is.
Thank you. And the winner of the Belinda Clark Award is Annabelle Sutherland.
Of course, Annabelle, this year alone, scored 373 runs at Test level, a further 425 in ODIs and in T20 internationals, highlighted by 110 against India at the WACA in December, 210 in the Test match against South Africa at the WACA, and then only a few short days ago, another Test century, the first of any woman at the MCG. You are such a deserving and befitting winner of this award, Annabelle. Congratulations to you. How does it feel?
Thank you. Pretty surreal, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, to win an award named after Belinda Clark, it's really special for what she's done for the game and continues to do. And I guess, yeah, reflecting on such a great year for cricket and I guess men and women, the success that both teams have had. I think, yeah, the game's in a pretty good spot.
Take me back to the WACA in January of last year. I think from memory it was about 40 degrees, but you continued to bat and bat and bat to 210. How did it take its toll on you that day, and how did it feel once it ended?
Well, the WACA's a pretty good place to bat. I wanted to make the most of it, and I think it was probably just a highlight for everyone. Always is when you're pulling on the baggy green and representing your country. So, yeah, I guess for me, I love batting. Yeah, probably my Test record kind of shows that, and try and make the most of it when I get a chance out in the middle.
Well, there's not too many tests for you guys, but no doubt there will be more in the future. We keep reflecting on the last few days at the MCG, but when you found out that you were the first woman to make a Test century there, I think you were quite surprised and quite shocked, but delighted at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, surprising. Yeah, it probably goes to show how little we've played there, and hopefully that can change over the next little bit. But yeah, I mean, an absolute honour to be up on the board. Alana King and Beth Mooney joined me pretty quickly, which was nice, and we were able to kind of take a moment on Saturday night after we won that Test to yeah, reflect on what we'd achieved.
Your love of cricket started from a really young age. Of course, your family is deeply entrenched in the sport. In particular, how proud are your parents of your efforts? I'm sure extremely proud. Have you had a moment to reflect on everything that's happened in the last 12 months with them?
Well, they see me a little bit because I'm still at home, so yeah, I think they're probably close to trying to kick me out. But no, I'm sure they're very proud, and yeah, I guess probably reflecting on the last couple of days and being able to have family and friends in the crowd, that was really special to take moments to look up at, yeah, it's such a spectacular ground, and seeing friends and family up in the stands. But yeah, two brothers and mum and dad, and yeah, very sport-loving family, that's for sure.
Well, you join a list of very high-calibre players: Perry, Mooney, Lanning, Gardner. I'm sure there's a few of those women that you'd like to thank, but some others as well who have helped you along through your journey to be this winner of the Belinda Clark Award.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, to my family. Tom's here tonight, my younger brother, but Will as well. Yeah, wouldn't be here without you guys. You've yeah, not made it easy for me growing up in the backyard, and yeah, never backed off, which yeah, I'm certainly grateful for now. It wasn't at the time, but thank you to you guys, mum and dad. as I mentioned before, still at home. So they see the ups and downs probably a little bit closer than most. But thank you. I guess most importantly to the team, I guess I was fortunate growing up that I had moments to get little sneak peeks into the change room and the dressing room, and it was a dream of mine to pull on the Aussie colours, to be able to do what I love and do it professionally. It's pretty cool, and I guess you don't win awards like this without your teammates. So thank you very much. I love what I do, and we spend a lot of time away together. We sort of live in each other's pockets, and I think the group's in a really cool space at the moment. I guess reflecting on the last 12 months, there's been ups and downs. There's been a World Cup loss, which I guess didn't sit overly well. It sort of, it kind of made me think that they're actually not that easy to win, surprisingly, given our record over the last few years. And it's tough when teams are coming at you. You're at the top of the list for other countries, and everyone wants to knock you off. But I think the way that we responded after that World Cup probably just shows the character of that group. And I think everyone went to work along with the staff, who I'd also really like to thank the coaching group, Shell, and the assistant coaches, Dan Marsh and Scott Prestwidge. I love working with you. You challenge us and make us better people and better cricketers. And also to Elisa Healy and Talia McGrath for your leadership along the way. I think you guys have really keep taking this team forward. Taking over from Megan Rach, I'm sure isn't easy, but you guys have taken the team forward, which is really cool. And just finally, I hope everyone has a really great night. Congrats to all the award winners. Special mention to the Hall of Fame inductees, in particular Chris Matthews for your contribution to the game. I know everyone in the playing group is very thankful for what you've done for Australian cricket. So thank you, and I hope everyone has a great night.
Oh, Belzy, you're not only an extraordinary athlete, but a classy woman. Well done. Congratulations on being the Belinda Clark Award winner for this year. Annabelle Sutherland, everybody.
Wow, what a performer. There's a future CEO, the way that she just spoke when she's retired. So impressive. And what an unbelievable season, and what a great night. It's been a different one for us, Dem, because we haven't had our Australian men's team, and we apologise for that, but we send them all our very best wishes for, of course, still one Test match and then 2 ODIs.
Congratulations to all of the winners tonight, and echoing Annabelle's sentiments as well, congratulations to our newest inductees into the Cricket Australia Hall of Fame. It has been a fantastic evening, and we thank you for sharing it with us.
Good night.